baby. 3, 2, 1.
Hello guys, Tune here back again. Well, this week we've got a review of the 8BitDo M30 2.4 GHz wireless gamepad for the Sega Megadrive. This pad was made in conjunction with Analog's Mega SG, which is the new FPGA Megadrive that's just been released by Analog, which does look rather fancy. I have played on one and it's a pretty perfect Megadrive, and I do want to get one myself, to be honest, but maybe at some point I will pick one up. So anyway, this is a total wireless pad for the Megadrive. This pad also works on the PC and also works on a Sega Master System as well, which is very nice. So, it comes in a nice little box. So what we'll do is we'll open this box up and we'll show you what you get on the inside of the box. So that's fallen out. So the first thing you get, so I'll put this over in here. First thing you get is your micro USB cable. It's a pretty short cable, but it's pretty much used for charging and pretty much used when you're on the PC. You plug this in, you plug it wired, and it works wired on the PC. You can't actually use it wireless, but that's fine. You know, you can always get a longer cable if you need one. It comes with this little dongle, which is what you actually put in the Megadrive itself. It's a tiny dongle, it's not very intrusive, which is very nice. It just fits in the front of the Megadrive and off you go. No configuring, no setting up, no syncing, it just pretty much works. So if I pop this out of here, it fits quite nice in the packaging. There's your little manual that tells you all about the pad and how to charge it. So here's the actual M30 pad. It's pretty much, the buttons and the D-pad are modelled off the Sega 6-button pad. Same layout, pretty much. It has 2 extra buttons by here and by here for the Mega SG. That is pretty much your mode button and actually start button. As you can see, it does have 2 top buttons, which are pretty much not used. I think they're both set up to the A button when you plug in a Megadrive. But when you plug in a PC, you can actually use these shoulder buttons. Say if you're on MAME, you could have 6 buttons there, and you could have a credit there and a pause there, or whatever. But you can actually utilize these buttons. I say this pad works on the Megadrive, say, and PC. I will show you what it looks like compared to. Give me 1 second. What it looks like compared to an original Megadrive pad. If I can get them both in the picture. Yeah. There's that pad, there's the original pad. As you can see, it's quite a bit smaller, as you can see. The original Megadrive pad does have some nice grips on it and stuff. I do quite like it. But this pad is very comfortable as well. So that's the original Megadrive pad. And this is the 6-button Megadrive pad by here. And as you can see, it's very similar in size. This is a little bit thicker, maybe, I don't know, maybe about the same. As you can see, a very similar layout. The D-pad on this is a little bit concave, the same as the original 6-button pad, and fits beautiful in your thumb. So I'll get this out of the way. Fits very nice in your thumb indeed. The buttons on this are very nice clicky buttons. Well, they don't click so much, they feel like pretty much the 6-button pad buttons, feel exactly the same. Very nice buttons. The D-pad on this is extremely good. It is just as good as the 6-button pads, and it's just as good as the Saturn pad, which is crazy because pretty much the world has forgotten how to make D-pads, including Nintendo. But back in the day, the Saturn pads and the Megadrive 6-button pads pretty much best D-pad going, and this pad has a D-pad which is pretty much just as good as them. So it's very nice indeed. When you plug this in a PC, you need to wire it to the PC. It comes up as an Xbox 360 pad. And before you ask, I have tried in a 360 and it doesn't work. But it comes up with an Xbox 360 pad. Also, the D-pad is basically the analog stick on the Xbox 360 pad. That's not analog, mind. What that means is that a lot of old dojin games and shoot 'em up sometimes don't recognize the D-pad on the 360 pad, but you have to use the analog stick. So what this actually means is pretty much you can play everything with this. Everything I've tested on the PC works perfectly well with this. Even old dojin games from the 80s on the PC all just work with this, which is fantastic. You can play modern PC games on this as well. You can play your MAME emulators. Works fantastic on emulators, especially the Megadrive emulator. MAME is amazing because you can have your 6 buttons on the front. You can tie this one to credits, this one to pause. You got your start button. I don't think you could use the mode button for something. I'm not entirely sure. But yep, so it works great on the PC. As a Megadrive pad, it works perfect. Basically, it works with everything I threw at it. On the Master System, it seems to work perfect as well. There might be a few Master System games that require a Master System pad, not a Megadrive pad, that may not work. But I can't remember what ones they were to try it. So, you know, if you do buy this, primarily you're going to buy this for the Megadrive anyway, or possibly the PC. So if you've got a Master System, having this working is a bit of a bonus. Yeah, so that's the pad basically. I highly recommend this pad. Like I said, I haven't really tried any of the 8BitDo pads before, except for the one on the Super NT last weekend, which I really liked. But good thing with this is it's a 2.4 gigahertz wireless, so pretty much it's got 3 milliseconds of input lag that is well under 1 frame. They do a colour variant as well. They do a white version and a black version. I prefer the black version, but the white version looks alright. Because the Mega SG comes in white as well, if you want it, so you can have a white version to match. There is 2 versions of this pad though. There's a Bluetooth version, which costs 29 quid. I'm not entirely sure whether it comes with a dongle, but you can get dongles for other consoles and you can use it on various other things, like it'll work on the Wii for instance. Problem with that is it's got a frame and a half of input lag. I think the Super NT version's the same, but you know, as long as you play on a good lag-free TV, you're not going to notice that much. And it did play alright, to be honest. So yeah, the Bluetooth version is 29 quid. This is 22.99, and you can buy it on Amazon, which is quite nice. So I'll put a link to this version, because if you're going to get one, you want this version, because it's pretty much lagless. So yeah, what to say about it? It's a very nice pad. It's very comfortable. It has these little groove cut out to the back, which your fingers fit quite nicely in. When you hold it, your sort of fingers fit quite nicely in, and you can get a nice grip on it. It's a very comfortable pad. It has a fantastic D-pad. My only little complaint, which is probably the way I hold a pad, or fat fingers, whichever, is on like Street Fighter 4, you need to press these 2 buttons by here to throw, and I tend to sort of hit the 3 buttons unless I turn the pad slightly and press it. But you know, that's just the way I hold the pad in my fingers, so it's not really a complaint. It seems very well made indeed. It's got nice plastic on it as well, nice thick plastic, so you can't bend it or flex it. It all around, it seems a very good pad indeed. It's very well made, and I definitely recommend it. So if you've got a Mega Drive and you fancy you go wireless pad, this is pretty much a no-brainer, and it's cheap. I am going to be using this, if I'm not using a joystick on the PC, this is going to be used as my PC pad from now on. So I'll be playing MAME and emulators and old PC shoot-em-ups. I'm going to be using this pad for everything from now on, because this pad is so nice. So my 360 pad is pretty much redundant, unless I'm playing a first-person shooter or something. So that's pretty much redundant now, because this thing. I might end up buying another one actually, because I got 2 Mega Drives on the PC, and just have one dedicated for the PC and one for the Mega Drive. But yeah, highly recommend it, guys. So if you're after a wireless pad for your Mega Drive or a PC, and you like playing old 2D games or beat 'em ups and stuff like that, this pad is well recommended. You won't be sorry. It has a fantastic D-pad. So hope you like the review, guys, and I'll see you soon with something else. Bye now.